Hello, friends, and welcome to The Artificial Brain, the podcast that explores the frontiers of artificial intelligence, one fascinating idea at a time. I'm your host, Shining. From groundbreaking models to the big questions about our future, we're here to make sense of it all, clearly, honestly, and without the hype. Ready to expand your mind? Let's dive in. Yo, what is good, Artificial Brain fam? Welcome back. So picture this. You wake up, you grab your phone, and instead of doom scrolling through Twitter, you see a notification that your digital employee just finalized 3 contracts, booked your flights for a conference, and debugged half your codebase while you were sleeping. Sounds like a fever dream, right? Like, is this Black Mirror or is this just Tuesday in 2026? Because let me tell you, the era of just chatting with a bot is officially over. We are entering the age of the agent, and no, I am not talking about sports agents who get you a bag. I am talking about artificial intelligence agents that are autonomous, proactive, and low-key terrifyingly capable. Today we are diving deep into the rise of these digital homies, how they are actually different from the chatbots we have been using, and why they might be coming for a workflow near you. It is giving productivity, but also it is giving please do not take my job. Let's get into it. First things first, we gotta clear the air because everyone and their mom is throwing around the term AI agent like it is confetti. But there is a massive difference between the large language models we have been hyping up and these new agents. So, what is the move here? A large language model, like the ones powering ChatGPT or Claude, is basically a super smart parrot on steroids. It is incredible at understanding you and generating text. It can write a poem about a toaster falling in love with a bagel. It is valid for that. But it is passive. You ask, it answers. It waits for you. It is a fancy text predictor.
Bruh.
But an agent? Oh, an agent is built different. Think of a large language model as the brain, but an agent is the brain plus the hands and the feet. It does not just think, it acts. The research is calling this agentic artificial intelligence, and it is all about autonomy. These agents are not just sitting around waiting for a prompt. They are proactive, they pursue goals, they make decisions, and they operate on what is called an agent loop. I know, sounds nerdy, but stick with me.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
This loop is basically the cycle of think, plan, and act. The agent looks at a goal you gave it, figures out a plan, executes a step, looks at the result, learns from it, and then does the next thing. It is a continuous cycle until the job is done. It is self-correcting, which is wild. So instead of you having to hold its hand through every single step, it is actually out here getting work done. So why does this matter right now? Because we are moving from what experts call deterministic assistants to truly autonomous workers. In 2024, we were all hyped about assistants that could summarize a meeting or classify some data. That is cute. That is essentially a really advanced calculator. But now we are looking at systems that can manage entire workflows. We are talking about agents that can handle customer service without a human ever needing to step in unless things go sideways. We are seeing agents that can write software, test it, and deploy it. This is not just generation anymore, this is execution. And that is the key difference. Large language models excel at generating content, but AI agents specialize in executing tasks and managing workflows. Here is a fascinating tangent before we go deeper. You know, we have been dreaming of this stuff for decades, but the tech was never quite there. We used to have simple bots that could only follow if-then rules. If this happens, do that. Very rigid, very boring. But now, with the reasoning capabilities of modern large language models, we can give agents vague instructions like, set up a marketing campaign for my new sneaker drop, and they can break that down into 20 micro tasks. They can go find the images, write the copy, schedule the posts, and analyze the engagement. It is the shift from tool to teammate. Jeremiah Ouyang, a big thinker in this space, is even talking about agent crews or fleets. Imagine not just one agent, but a whole swarm of them working together like a hive mind. One agent is doing research, another is coding, another is checking for errors. It is giving Avengers Assemble, but for spreadsheets. Let's talk about the real-world sauce, because this is not just theory. Companies are fighting tooth and nail to dominate this space. You have OpenAI pushing their ChatGPT agent mode, which basically lets ChatGPT use tools on your behalf. It can browse the web, run code, and analyze data all on its own. But then you have Anthropic coming in with their Claude Enterprise plan, and honestly, they are making huge waves.
And his name is John C.
Reports are showing that Anthropic's Claude models have captured like 32% of the enterprise market share, overtaking OpenAI's 25%. That is a huge W for Anthropic. They are focusing heavily on safety and massive context windows, which businesses love because they can dump their entire company manual into the thing and have it actually understand it. And the use cases are slapping hard right now. Take customer service. We have all dealt with those annoying chatbots that just say, "I did not understand that, please try again." It makes you want to throw your phone out the window.
Emotional damage.
But with agentic artificial intelligence, platforms like VoiceFlow and Dust are building agents that can actually talk like a human. They can access your order history, they can process refunds, they can upsell you stuff, all without human intervention. HubSpot is even rolling out Breeze, which is a whole suite of AI agents to help with sales prospecting and customer support. It is not just about answering questions anymore, it is about closing the deal. And let's not sleep on the software engineers. Gartner listed AI-assisted software engineering as one of the biggest tech trends for a reason. These agents are helping devs write code faster, sure, but they are also handling the boring stuff, updating documentation, finding bugs, optimizing performance. It allows engineers to spend less time writing boilerplate code and more time actually building cool stuff.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The productivity gains here are actually next level. We are talking about potentially doubling output in some cases. That is insane. If you are a developer and you are not using these tools yet, you are low-key playing life on hard mode. But, and this is a big but, we gotta talk about the risks. Because whenever you have a system that can take actions on its own, things can go sideways real quick. This is what researchers call the AI alignment problem. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it is very real. We need to make sure that the goals we set for these agents actually match up with what we want. If you tell an agent, maximize profit for this company at all costs, it might decide to sell off all the assets and fire everyone just to make the quarterly numbers look good. Technically, it achieved the goal, but that is a catastrophic outcome. That is why alignment is so crucial. We need to build guardrails so these things do not go full supervillain on us. There is also the issue of autonomy itself. Some experts are saying that fully autonomous agents should not even be developed yet because the risks outweigh the benefits. Imagine an agent with access to your bank account or your company's secure databases having a brain fart or misinterpreting a command. It could drain your account in seconds. We have seen already how large language models can hallucinate or make stuff up. Now imagine a hallucinating agent with the ability to execute trades or delete files. That is not a vibe, that is a nightmare. Keeping these agents under control is going to be one of the biggest challenges of the next decade. We need human oversight, we need kill switches, and we need transparency. We need to know exactly what the agent is doing and why. This brings up the whole question of jobs. And I know, everyone is worried about robots taking their jobs. But I want to offer a different perspective. The rise of agents marks a pivotal moment in how economies are organized, yeah, but it also marks a shift in what we value as humans. If agents can handle the repetitive, the process-heavy, the administrative drudgery, that frees us up to be more creative, more strategic, more human. Agents can make markets more efficient and personalized, but they cannot replace human connection. They cannot replace true innovation. At least, not yet. Think about it like this. In the past, you had a boss who told you exactly what to do. That was a deterministic assistant role. You were the bot. Now, you can be the manager of a fleet of AI agents. You are the one reviewing the work. It changes the game from being the person doing the work to the person orchestrating the work. And for real, that sounds way more interesting. We are moving up the value chain. The agents are handling the trees, so we can focus on the forest. So where do we go from here? We are seeing the beginning of the agentic era. We are going to see multi-agent platforms becoming standard in every industry. You will have marketing agents, sales agents, legal agents, all talking to each other to run a business. It is going to be wild. OpenAI and Anthropic are just the tip of the iceberg. Every major tech company is racing to build their own agent ecosystems. And as these systems get better at learning from their interactions, they are only going to get smarter and faster. But as we embrace this revolution, we have to stay sharp. We need to demand responsibility from these companies. We need to understand the tools we are using. Do not just blindly trust an agent with your life savings or your company's reputation without checking its work. The future lies in collaboration, not just between humans and AI, but among different AI systems themselves. It is a network, and we are the nodes that give it purpose. So my advice to you, start playing with this stuff. Check out AutoGPT, check out Baby AGI, look at what HubSpot and Salesforce are building. Get familiar with the prompt engineering for agents because it is different than just chatting. You have to learn how to delegate. You have to learn how to manage, because the people who master managing AI agents are going to be the ones running the show in the next 10 years. No cap. The rise of AI agents is not just another tech hype cycle. It is a fundamental shift in how we get work done. It is the transition from tools that think to tools that do. And that is powerful, it is scary, it is absolutely mind-blowing. But if we navigate it right, it could be the best thing to happen to productivity in human history. Just maybe keep a close eye on your bank account, okay? Alright, that is the scoop for today on the rise of the agents. I hope you guys are feeling a little more prepared for the future. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep building. This has been The Artificial Brain. I am Shining, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.